Ken Ofori Atta ne nsam no ya ye bebia wo ho sisi ano yehu bebia enokware no eda yehu nia eko ewo Ken Ofori Atta ne nsam no ho enam weso ema Attorney General ere nkomotwetwe bi aba beto ho sara nso ena okoko piemu ewo Ken Ofori Atta ne camp nso a ne lawyer owo Ghana ha ogiremu ere mano Frank Davis nso ere nkomotwetwe bi aba na hwan ena eka nokre hwan ena eda Ghana yebekọ na yakwa akohwe ensam no aha National GTV ehu behia se obe subscribe se ne ebe ya de ebe bia no yebetumi ede aba be somo na wonsi wenya bi wahwe ni nyina ne se ohwe Ken Ofori Atta ne nsensam na ekoso na otimu sa no aya den yie yenhunu bebia eko ene yenhu bebia eba na enam so ema Attorney General ere nchechiremu bi aba na se nyina yebeka ya Emra o share investigation ase a oye na adwen say obey invite Ken ema na ba wamba na okoy fa top lawyers a omo America no enam so ema Attorney General edisa ensamwe ebebetu dwama yato ya no esi no so say ejuma no na ontumi enye na Ken no yare another people nso so say Ken no enye hwe enunti na yentumi emfa ne mbasisi a de usuro ntino we say wafa top lawyers a chese o pese o chese lawyer bi eni ho mo no mo a obetumi defend sa enkrofo no na esanse security ye fence criminal case ntino wentumi amfa more details no amfa ntudwa na enne na odeni nyina aba betudwa ekwan a ye fa so a ye che Ken Ofori Atta na ne nsam ni nyina ne say Ken Ofori Atta ni case no enye ye friend say ne visa ena expire by ne visa ne de expire akakakra na expire but enduru ho na ye revoke ne visa no nti revoke ena omo revoke ne visa no enunti ena ama omo che no time omo de ma no say onfantena ho mo no na confirm back to the country no why overstay enunti ena ma migration ene IC4 no omo nsa etimi aka no a enne ochire omo kukum no enti na ne nsam opese ochire nyina ne se enye your friend is saying ne visa no ena ewu enunti ena ma omoche no
responsible for Ofori Atta's predicament in the US. He's been in ICE detention for how many days now? It must be a very terrible situation for him.
Well, okay, so you know that even from day one, I didn't make this public, but I started investigating Ofori Atta, all right. In fact, in his case, I'm doing it with, some foreign investigators that are tracking, all the offshore dealings and so on, all right. And then, of course, we are also doing our own investigations here. They are inconclusive as we speak. I mean, we have not, come to any conclusion. So
this is different from the SML.
It's different, totally different, and potentially mind blowing. But you know that I will not, give any details at this point in time. So I started working with the Americans in respect of Ofori Atta long before OSP, came up with their announcement. Yeah, I started working with them, and I want Ghanaians to know that he just didn't overstay his visa. The visa was actually revoked. So it's not that Ofori Atta overstayed. So in July, the American government revoked, the State Department revoked his visa, all right? And they gave him up to November 29th of 2024 to leave the United States, okay? He did not. And then that is how come that they, decided they were going to, now pursue him, and arrest him. Actually, the arrest was supposed to occur on January 4th, and they did not do so, but on Tuesday, January 6th, they, apprehended him, in the Virginia area and took him into custody.
You're saying this is not exactly about immigration?
Yes, it's not exactly about immigration.
His visa is not his visa is not expired.
No,
it was in February.
It was revoked. The visa was revoked. I am telling you this on authority. All right. The last meeting that I had with the American authorities was just 3 days ago.
His lawyers say here in Ghana say this is just a standard process.
No, it's not.
You know,
It's not a. I mean, they want to give it that a twist, to make it look like there is nothing wrong. But of course, the extradition request that I sent was in respect of the OSP.
Yes, the SML matter.
Yes, but I have been working with the Americans diligently on him, and the visa was revoked, and that is how come that he lost his immigration status in the United States. Explain
to me, visa is revoked on account of you investigating him?
Something I wouldn't want to give any details, because we speak with in confidence with the Americans, but this is something that I can publicly confirm, that a visa was revoked.
So in respect of his extradition, are your lawyers in America to assist the state as the Department of Justice? As we understand, there's supposed to be some 2 lawyers from your place, 2 lawyers from the OSP or so, to go and help the Americans who will prosecute the case in the American courts.
Normally, we don't send our lawyers. We don't send our lawyers. We are represented because we make the request to the American authorities. So just like here, when they make a request, my office, mostly led by, my deputy, Justice Srimsai, goes to court. My lawyers go to court, and they represent the interests of the United States of America.
That's right.
And they do all the arguments, and then when, they persuade the judge grants the extradition request, and then, we extradite the person. It is going to be the same. So you see, when I said that Mr. Ken Ofori had hired top lawyers in America to argue his case for him, and that is not going to be an easy battle trying to bring him home. People thought that I was going to the United States to face his lawyers there, and I was afraid. I'm not afraid. Paul Adomochuri did a show here where he said a Stanford lawyer, and you are afraid of lawyers in America. I'm not afraid of them.
He's not the only one who was unhappy.
No, but nobody ought to be unhappy, because John Ashcroft, the former attorney, general of the United States of America, all right, called me and said he was the one representing, Ken Ofori in the matter. But his concerns, that the reason he called me was for me to assure him that when Ken is returned to Ghana, all right, he will get a fair trial. And I assured him of the fact that under this government, and in accordance with Article 19 of the Constitution, his right to a fair trial is guaranteed. No one is going to, Ken Ofori is not he's not the person that will come here and we're going to treat him very shabbily and so on and so forth. He will be accorded due process of law. His fair trial rights will be guaranteed and so on. So I talked with John Ashcroft, but at the time, I could not, including the lawyer, the lawyer who granted the interview.
That's right.
So there were 3 of them, 3 lawyers who spoke to me via, a Zoom on that day when they were expressing concerns. Okay. So at that point in time, it was confidential. I could not mention John Ashcroft as his lawyer. All right. But I was simply saying that when you take the fact that he has these top lawyers coming to court in America to defend him, it is not going to be a day's work to bring him home.
That's
because he will appear before in this current matter. He will appear before an immigration judge. All right. On January 20th, he's appearing before an immigration judge.
Right.
He has a right to appeal that decision to a district court.
Right.
From the district court, he can go to a circuit court of appeals.
Yeah.
Then from there to the United States, Supreme Court. That is potentially the legal pathway to the determination as to whether or not he should be taken from America.
Right.
If he doesn't self-deport, this is what is going to happen. In the extradition case, again, a district court will hear the proceedings and make a determination as to whether to extradite him. If he is not happy about that, he can go to a circuit court of appeal and to the United States of America.
Right.
So I was just laying out, the legal pathway that lies ahead of us,
and which could drag.
And that is part of the process of probity and accountability.
But why do you get a sick man's visa revoked? And as I understand, it was revoked in June.
No, in July.
June or July?
July, I think.
Rather.
Yeah.
Okay.
July.
Well, he's sick. He's not well. That's what we are told. He needs to recuperate from treatment.
Do you recuperate only in America? you can recuperate here. There are people here with prostate cancer who are treating themselves.
Inti we any ensam a Attorney General ede atudwa ene ne nchechiremu a ode aba se ohwe case ya o say criminal case ni your friend say court case angasa no se eduru baby a before ansa na waba public ana waba ma update no na che say wotumi eduru pempen so bi a wotumi say all your investigation is what is done na wenya some a little bit what evidence or confidence a ewo edwuma na wo ye no mu ana say at the point I we do know with me about bonten now about betre dia dwumedie no ekokosi eno nti no ba ye na went me ama mbekire mu no akoye te say software hu bibi ewo ne member ho no waka cha no so mompaye na one kind of crona anche no waka cha say bompaye no eno ano no bato kind of crona kire na nka ho no bohu ze na obisi abompaye afa sa na Attorney General ode yen esan say one chechire mu onim the reason why nti a okasa no nti no one chechire mu no ye twen na ebo so edi na temeka de ai beka nyina de kire no na offense Ofori na Ofori Atta ne lawyer enso eri ensem bi atudwa eye Frank Daves edi ensem bi atudwa ye beko ne ye kwekoti ono so na asama oka na ne nsama oka ne nyina ne se enye revoke eno so a enye ye friend say expire into no opeje say expire ye eno ono so omo revoke eye ne visa no. So what could be the issue? Enu nti no omoche eye Ofori Atta no. Yenkwe na yenkonkoti ono so nenum asema ore atudwa.
Good afternoon.
Great. So it's been quite an eventful weekend right into this. How's the team faring and Mr. Ofori Atta?
Good afternoon once again to your cherished listeners, esteemed viewers as always. Ken, as I always say, is being kept by the Almighty good Lord God, who keeps all of us, including yourself and I. The team is doing well. There's nothing which is ruffling the team. It's a day at a time, and we take every step as and when occasions. Yeah.
So the information about his detention at the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE in the U.S. came out, and a lot of conversations came out, around it. And then the embassy, Ghana's embassy in the U.S. released a statement. You've seen the statement. What was your first reaction to that?
I have indeed seen the statement, and I asked myself, what was the point and need for it? What was the point? At what stage in time did the Ghana embassy in the United States realize or get to know that Ken was in ICE detention? I mean, and even if Ken is in ICE detention, are they the ones to assist him? But Ken has lawyers. He has representation by lawyers. So, I mean, whatever it is, his lawyers will deal with the matter. And rightfully so, he told the Ghana embassy if they have any dealing at all in the matter, they should deal with his lawyers. I mean, where he is, I mean, what are they going to do with him? He's in ICE custody, and they know the machinations which have gone on for him to be there. So what is it? He has good enough representation by lawyers that your Attorney General, the Attorney General of the Republic, has himself classified as a highly experienced and crack legal team. So they should leave the lawyers to do their work.
Right, but Lawyer Davis, you would agree that the embassy is supposed to look out for nationals in another country. So in this case, we are talking about the U.S. So anybody that's got any issue with the law in the U.S., the embassy is supposed to help with that. For the past few days, we've seen that that is Ghana's ambassador to the U.S. went to the detention center earlier, met some people who were at the center. So it is just their role to play in that. Don't you agree?
Have I said otherwise? They extended due courtesies to Ofori Atta. I am not in any way agreeing with that. I'm saying that when they got to him, he said if they have any dealings with him, they should contact his lawyers because the matter was in court. I mean, court processes have been activated. I mean, what is so wrong about that? I have not said otherwise than what you say. The courtesies were extended, and he gave a curt answer that if you want to engage me, please engage my lawyers, because I have lawyers who are dealing with the matter. I mean, is it not a fair response?
Right. So what has the outcome been so far in the past few days as the lawyers have been working on this particular situation?
The matter is billed for a court session on the 20th of January. And let me put it all out there. And people who are muddying the waters and saying all kinds of things when they have little or no knowledge at all should wait and be educated. There are proceedings in court ostensibly for a deportation order on the back of the fact that ICE are suggesting that Kenneth Nanaya Kuntunkunuko Ofori is an illegal immigrant. But he is not an illegal immigrant, because Ken has put in a petition through his lawyers for an adjustment of his immigration status. At the time that the ICE picked him, they had no knowledge of that petition. And even if they had any knowledge, I must say it was limited. So they were treating him as an illegal immigrant. But he had filed a petition for an extension of his stay and to continue to remain in the United States. Until that process is determined and dealt with by a court of competent jurisdiction in the USA, ICE are disabled from deporting Ken into the country. What is going to happen on the 20th of January is called a notice to appear. The Attorney General's office and all other lawyers who take the commentary on this matter should be cognizant with what happens then. It is purely an administrative immigration process. It has nothing, absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with any extradition proceedings. I heard the Attorney General say somewhere, mingling the two. The lines are distinct and drawn.
Right.
If you are not conversant with the immigration laws in America, you don't speak to them. The notice to appear is a process which is determined.
Right. So you're saying that what the attorney...
Can I? The counterpart lawyers have raised an objection that insofar as Ken is not an illegal immigrant, this proceedings for an order of deportation will not hold. So that is where we are.
Right.
And that will be determined on the 20th of January.
As you mentioned, the Attorney General says that his visa has been revoked, and that is part of the process that he's been working on to get Mr. Ofori to come back into the country. What is the status? Has his visa been revoked?
Mister, I am not about to respond to what the Attorney General has told me. I have told you that there's a process which is coming on the 20th of January. That is what we are interested in. He is saying that his visa has been revoked. He, the Attorney General of the Republic, is saying that his visa has been revoked, whilst his deputy is saying his visa has expired. I am not going to lend myself to confusionists. Okay? They should put their house in order before they come on the air. He says something, his deputy says otherwise, and you want me to respond to it. What we have is a court process which will be undertaken on the 20th of January. And so, I've told you what exactly that proposition is called, a notice to appear.
Right. Lawyer, I understand that. Today is the 12th of January, and you say there is that particular process that will take place later in this month. But as of now, what is it? Is it, you say that Justice Shremsai, the Deputy Attorney General, says that it's expired, the Attorney General says it's revoked, but you tell us, what is it? What is the situation now?
Have I not just told you that Ken put in a petition for an adjustment of his immigration status? Did I not just say that to you? And that he has put in a petition to enable him to continue to remain or stay in the United States legally. What other answer do you want from me, sir?
But I want to understand why that, what's it called? Why that petition?
If you enter any jurisdiction and the period of your stay is coming to an end, or is about to lapse, and you have reasonable belief that you need to be in that jurisdiction for a much longer period, what do? You apply. It is a routine.
So his visa. Process. So according to what you're saying, his visa is about to get expired, or what exactly? Or is it expired?
I have said to you it has not expired. How many times do you want me to say that?
No, lawyer, I just need to understand it so that our viewers can also appreciate what we're doing here. Right.
I'm telling you what you have to understand, and you are refusing to understand. I am saying just as his visa was about to lapse,
right,
he put in a petition for an adjustment of his immigration status. And insofar as that petition is pending and has not been determined, nobody can deport Ken to Ghana. And that process would be dealt with on the 20th of January.
So 20th of January, okay.
Have I made myself clear enough, sir?
Right. I get that understanding now. So with all of this that is happening, lawyer, isn't Mr. Ofori just supposed to come to the country?
You see, when some of you talk the way you are talking, you are a journalist. When some of you talk the way you are talking, I become very saddened. What do you mean by he should just come?
Why is that so?
No. What is the meaning of that? What do you make out of what you just said? That he should just get up and come to Ghana? Come to Ghana and come and do what?
He's been charged.
Why Ken is still there? Did you know why he's still there?
Why is he still there?
But if you don't know, then don't be asking me the questions you're asking me.
No, I just need a response from you, sir.
I'm saying you are saying he should just get out. Are you not in this country? Don't you know Ken went for surgery and he's recuperating?
Right.
And
I am asking this. I am asking this on behalf of many Ghanaians who are saying that, listen, we need people to be accountable when they are put in positions to govern the country or to run the country. And so if there's a situation like that, he needs to come because he's been charged. He needs to face the law.
No, has Kenneth Nana Yakubu not be accountable? Whilst in office, was he not hauled before Sraj and Yoko and all that? Were you not in this country? Did he not go to those fora? Please, you have asked me a question. Can I answer?
All right, please go ahead, please.
Yeah. Were you not in this country? When even the motion for censure was brought against him, were you not here? Did he not answer to all the questions? And distribute himself creditably to the administration of all Ghanaians?
Right.
Even as at now, you claim he has been charged. Yes, fine, he's been charged, we all know. Have you asked the appropriate authorities whether he has been notified formally of the charges that have been leveled against him?
He's not been
notified.
notified.
Interrogate the issues and stop this business of accountability. Why is it running away anywhere? Don't you know that Ken is in the United States? Extradition proceedings have been commenced.
Right.
It's been like, so let us see what happens.
Right.
Oh, don't be judgmental and be.
I am not being judgmental, lawyer Davis. I am not being judgmental. I am just.
Oh, you are being. You are being.
I
have say Ghanaians are interested. He has to be accountable. Has he not been accountable enough? Did he just elope the jurisdiction?
Right. Lawyer Davis, I am just asking the questions on behalf of Ghanaians. That's all I am doing.
I'm also answering the questions on behalf of Ghanaians. Yeah. You think Kenneth Ofori also is not a Ghanaian? Which audience are you serving? Am I not a Ghanaian?
Right.
Are you not a Ghanaian?
Okay.
So what do you mean by you are asking this question on behalf of Ghanaians? Why
at this point you are speaking for Mr. Ofori. Lawyer Davis, you are speaking for Mr. Ofori.
Yes, Ken Ofori is a Ghanaian, so he's supposed to come to Ghana. That is your answer. Lawyer Frank Daves will answer no why. Ken Ofori Ghana ni nti ese oba Ghana na obehwe no ho yale. At the same time, now oba bearing obe accounted to the good people of Ghana, because aha ena no owo ena no ye finance minister. Aden na abrochi noti na opese ehwa na opese otena. Enipa sei lawyer edema obia. Afutu obe no betumi etu nipa no fose wo de yenko na ne ehobia ne yenko ne yemfa nkotu ye na sabla. Afutu opeben ena wo hwa a lawyer Frank Dave ebetumi etu. See how arrogant he is. Hwedewe ya osi enne papa no kra journalist no kasa. She say like ni buefu ane say ye bisa no question. Now, one, what's ne visa no emu revoke ye. Two, what's the expire ye. So what could be the issue? What is the issue? DNA issue untia omoye den omutumi eche no. Semikita lances na me lances no enwuye lances amikura enwuye na me nem conference akabaye 1 month na se lances na ewu a eba ne sign the police say ocheme abraka 1 month na ewu na enwuye eno krampo no say ewu a that day na ewuye no I can even use to work until say tomorrow no metumi renew and say na metumi dey anante. So why say enwuye omuruvokiye na omutumi che no abra wo ye process say obetumi atena ehom opesa wo tena home no for period of time. Eno no I think say mimi say no dey menti ase ena minim say wo a wo hwe yen so no nya da wo beti ase but say wo so wonim America mla na nese sa na etie a obetumi atro e comment section home no na ye hu say eye sa ena etie because how come say me more visa akabaye 1 month na 2 months na ewu na me pese me extending no na extending na me ya no me pese metena ho mo no me pese metena ho me citizen no metame nso ye na immigration aba be chime. Does it make sense? Does it make sense to you? Enti no we need the idea bi a ye be hu say ye ntro na papa no otwa na one on sanso nye smart. So ye smarter ye bisa no no se nya de obeka enya de obeka what is the issue onya de obe respond to attorney general but now no we say ordinary one ye na no wa ba beka the issue now no wetumi amanyate ase say one enye revoke two enye expire because now the time no a period of time and now so ye way into no o person ko extend into document ogusu a na obobo no ho e na omode abefa no like ekwa eto asum adwuma adofo senior okan ye no ye twen na ya hwe senia ensam no ebesi akọ de ebekọ bia no nso no ye bobo ye homode se ye baba abesom aha National GTV ye be subscribe na we senia be ya ye betumi ede foforo ba wonsa etumi aka merase miri eri ebi